Welcome to What's Next with Gary Tasman, Cushman Wakefield Commercial Property, Southwest Florida. Today we're going to talk about what's next in North Fort Myers. North Fort Myers has been a market that has sat dormant for quite some time, and in fact in some areas just over the bridge on Cleveland Avenue and some other areas in North Fort Myers, it actually has become a little bit blighted because of businesses leaving the area. So what we're going to talk about today is what's getting ready to happen and what is happening right now in North Fort Myers. And I think you're going to be very surprised to see the level of activity. Geographically speaking, North Fort Myers is the next logical market to open up because that's where the land is. And there's already infrastructure in that place, in that area. There's two areas in North Fort Myers right now that are prime for redevelopment. And it's got a lot to do with the town center designation that Lee County has laid over that geography. The first is that the US 41 and Hancock Bridge submarket, if you will. That's an older commercial, rather dense commercial submarket that basically became vacant because of the Pine Island Road corridor zoning plan. So when the big boxes left that North Fort Myers submarket, that Hancock Bridge submarket, it left a blighted area with a high vacancy and, you know, from a tax perspective, a very low tax revenue area, which means there wasn't enough revenue coming in taxes to properly support and grow the infrastructure. So it becomes blighted. The county comes in a few years ago and looks at the area and says, what can we do with this area? So they create what's called a town center, massive overlay concept plan that says this is an infill location close to downtown Fort Myers, easy access to customers, which are rooftops that are coming now to the North Fort Myers market. This redevelopment opportunity is just getting traction right now. And I think what you're going to see is a tremendous amount of mixed use development anchored with probably some healthcare, maybe some other office users, a large amount of residential and boutique kind of town center type of retail. So keep an eye on that area. And I would suggest that any investors and developers that are looking for a next project, this is an area that we should talk about. The other town center designation is up near I-75 on Bayshore. That's has been mostly a rural area on the north side of the river that is just natural for residential development. And in fact, you're seeing, and I think we've talked about before, the residential growth from the national home builders that are taking positions. You're going to see a lot of rooftop development in the near future. I'd say easily within the next 24 to 36 months in this Bayshore I-75 area. Now, what that's going to do, and if you think about where Hancock and Cleveland Avenue is versus where geographically Bayshore and 75, that's going to be two redevelopment anchored, dense redevelopment anchors with a lot of rooftops, some mixed use, some commercial, some light industrial probably, and healthcare that's going to create synergies to fill in between those two. So if you do happen to own property, commercial property, improved property, vacant land in North Fort Myers and on the north side of the river, I think the opportunity today to start to strategically identify who a buyer or user for that property could be over the next 24, 36 months, and make sure that your property is correctly entitled and prepared. So when the market is there and when you're ready, you have opportunity to capitalize as strong as possible. Give me a call. I'd love to sit down and just talk to you about the property, talk to you strategically about how it will fit into this growth plan and how you can net more money and a quicker sale when you're ready to market that property.